Back inside the Powell Center, Matt Payton, Benji Kelly here with you as Campbellsville gets set to take on Cumberland University this afternoon. The Lady Tigers picking up the win in Georgetown on Thursday. Benji, Campbellsville sprinted out and jumped all over Georgetown. It was an 82-65 final for the Lady Tigers. I mentioned Maddie Boyle with 26. Caitlin Wilkes posted 20 in the win. Courtney Pritchett, Lauren Lee also in double figures for CU. And the Lady Tigers, you're trying to keep this ball rolling downhill, but when you can go on the road at a top 12 program and put up a performance like they did, Coach said in the post-game interview, that's our best half of basketball. Talking about that first half, daunting for opposing teams, and then you come into the Powell, and it's just a little more intimidating than it is even at home at your place. Yeah, you're right. I mean, they were locked in, and I listened to you. Some of the I wasn't there. You did great. Okay. I heard you got a little hot though. It was warm. It was my sweat had sweat on it. Exactly. So, but you go up there and put that type of half together. I mean, against the top, the top 10, top 12 opponent, on their home court is impressive. Yeah. And right now they're playing some extremely good basketball. Got to keep this thing rolling. We're halfway through the conference, and Matt, in 3 weeks, the regular season's over. I mean, it's here. It is right here. Yeah, this thing, I don't know if mentally maybe you think about where they've taken away a few of the games because you had 30 for years, and now it's down to the 28 is the max, and then you get postseason is a little smaller, so your regular season, obviously, in terms of conference opponents is different. I don't know. This one feels like it's been in a blink. I don't know
You're
why.
Right. I don't either. But it is. I mean, it's February, and then normally, of course, you look at the NCAA, and they go that extra. I think they have like 2 extra weeks of a regular season before they're in postseason play. But I mean, my goodness, we're going to be through 3 weeks from today. The conference seeding will be set. Hopefully, Campbellsville is going to be at that 1 seed, so they get a bye. They're automatically in the semifinals. We'll go down to Bowling Green. Instead of playing 3 games, you're only going to play possibly 2. And 33 days from today, the selection show's happening. So it's here. Let's go.
Here. We are almost to March. It is time for madness. Campbellsville University and Cumberland University meeting for the 47th time all time. The Lady Tigers have dominated this series, Benji, and if you want to pick another word to use, you let me know what it would be, but it's a 42-4 mark in favor of Campbellsville's Lady Tigers. The first meeting coming back in 1992. Campbellsville won 103-82. They have won 22 straight in this series. Campbellsville has won 20 of the 23 matchups since Cumberland rejoined the Mid-South Conference back in the 2012 and 13 season. Ginger High Colvin is 24-3 against Cumberland University. She's 10-0 against Coach Scott Bloom. Several years ago, Jeremy Lewis had a team that went to the final of the Fab 4 and the NAI. That is the only season that Cumberland University has beaten Campbellsville. All 3 of the losses to Cumberland for Ginger High Colvin came in that one season, twice in the regular season, once in the conference tournament. It was a Cumberland University team that did go on to the Fab 4. They were terrific that year, but outside of that, all in all, she certainly had the number of the Bulldogs and now the Phoenix.
Well, and then you look at her career, she's had the number of quite a few teams as well. So once again, how many, I know you keep up with this probably more so than I do, but how many rankings in a row have they been in the top 10? 100.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
The poll 6.
Poll 6.
Dating back, you can go back 96 polls. So the poll 6 of this season, 96 consecutive polls inside the top 10.
Yeah.
You go back to March of 2013, just once outside the top 5.
Yeah.
One time, one poll outside the top 5 in the last 52.
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, it just shows you the dominance of this program and the longevity of it. But the great thing is that, they restock and reload each and every year. She's got a great recruiting class that's coming in next year as well. Obviously, this team that's here, today, the same team that was here last year, lost nobody. So, they're on quite a run. They trust each other and they know how to play well. And they just need to go out and execute against a really good, talented Cumberland University Phoenix here this afternoon.
We talked about Campbellsville University getting the win over Georgetown this past week. The Lady Tigers get the victory there. It was 82-65. Cumberland University got their first win in conference play on Thursday as well. They were at home against Bethel University. Those two teams entered play 0-5 in league play, so a big win. Somebody had to get their first conference victory. It was Cumberland. We talked about Kayla Gordon, Benji. She had 26 against Bethel. She was 10 of 15 from the field, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. Campbellsville's got to make sure that they can slow her down. She's
Absolutely.
the head of the snake, as you might say, and Campbellsville has to find a way to slow Kayla Gordon down. And for players like Gordon, the 3 ball is not necessarily her forte, 20.8% on the season. You've got to force her to give it up. If she can penetrate and make plays at the rim, you might be in for a long night. But if you can force her to get rid of the basketball, you've got a chance. And I'm sure Coach feels the same.
Coach feels the same. You know, she said we just got to keep Gordon in front of us, make her, like you said, get up the ball. But on the flip side of that, when she takes those shots, if she does miss, you got to block out and not give up those cheap offensive rebounds, which at times early in the season it kind of haunted Campbellsville, but they've worked on that. And the key thing is be aggressive on the offensive end as well. Push it when you've got it there. Great transition, but don't allow them to get in the middle of that zone. That's how you beat a zone, is get into the middle. Down at Cumberland's, Kayla was able to do that. A lot of the Cumberland team was able to do that. So that is a point of emphasis here for Coach Colvin and her team this afternoon.
For the 48th time in the last 55 matchups, Campbellsville University will run out the same starting 5. Bailey Pettigo missed 6 games this season. She played in 1 off the bench coming back from injury, but the starting group for Campbellsville, Benji, the longevity and ability to stay healthy and stay together, it's something that you rarely see, and you can attribute a lot of this to COVID with some of the extra years.
Right.
But Campbellsville has some young ladies that are, they're playing out their 5th year of college play, some of them in their 6th season. You think about Courtney Pritchett, who redshirted, then got 5 years thanks to COVID. It's just been a fun run that they're on, and certainly they hope their best ball's in front of them.
Well, and like you said, we are, flip the calendar to February. We're on that downhill to the Mid-South Conference. Then you got the conference tournament, and then hopefully we'll find out here in a couple weeks if we get to host again. This team is going to be there. They're all automatically going to get in that national tournament and everything. So it's just a lot of fun to watch, and I'm looking forward to it.
Should be a fun afternoon here in the Powell Athletic Center. 2 games coming your way. Campbellsville University's Lady Tigers will start things up with Cumberland here in just a few moments. We're going to step away and take a timeout as we have our opening prayer and national anthem. You can hear the buzzer sound here at the Powell Center. So we are inching closer to basketball here. Campbellsville will recognize their Mid-South Conference regular season championship team from a year ago at halftime of our men's game. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But we'll step away here and take a 2-minute break for our opening prayer and national anthem. We'll come back and bring you the starters. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Starting lineups being announced here by Corbin Harris, public address at the Powell Center here this afternoon. Let's take a look at the starting five for Coach Scott Bloom in his 6th season for the Phoenix, assisted by Zach McCrary today. They will send out Kayla Gordon, 5'4", the senior guard from O'Fallon, Illinois. Jenna Clara Swafford, 5'6", junior guard from Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Faith Colston, she's 5'6", a freshman forward from McEwen, Tennessee. Maya J. Eubanks, 6'1", the junior forward from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And Lindsey Freeman rounds out the 5'9", a senior guard from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Now for the Campbellsville University Lady Tigers, the third-ranked team in the country, coached by Ginger High Colvin, their 17th season, 465 wins on the ledger, 6 times the Conference Coach of the Year award winner, assisted by former Lady Tiger Miranda Denny and Brett Sow. Tonight they will run out Bailey Pettigo, 5'9", the graduate guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. Lauren Lee, 5'7", junior guard from Liberty, Kentucky. Milledgeville's finest, Maddie Boyle, she's 5'6", a senior guard. Courtney Pritchett, 5'8", a graduate forward from Byrdstown, Tennessee. And Caitlin Wilkes, 6'2", the graduate forward from Stanford, Kentucky. She and all her step-back threes, the Mid-South Conference Player of the Year from a season ago. Campbellsville University, 19-1 on the year, 6-0 in league play. Cumberland University, 8-11, 1-5 in Mid-South Conference play. The Lady Tigers in the home whites today. Campbellsville across the chest, the script lettering maroon numerals, LTB on the shorts, the tiger paw between the shoulder blades. For Cumberland University, the script font sandwiches the number on the gray jerseys with the crimson color red, close to a maroon, a similar color scheme between these two schools. Right to left for the Lady Tigers, Benji, left to right for Cumberland, and we are set for action in the Powell Center. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Wilkes to jump it up with Eubanks. Toss controlled by the Phoenix, and they'll get the first possession of the basketball game. Boyle and Lee going to pester out front. Swafford gets the step. She gets blocked as well as she got the shot off. It goes off the hands of Lee out of bounds, however, and Cumberland University will get another crack at it here.
Immediately, Cumberland was able to get right there into the lane, but good recovery there by Caitlin Wilkes to block it and unable to hold that possession out of bounds to Cumberland.
Now top, Colston holds. And come to Swafford on the right wing. Boyle right in the hip pocket of Swafford. J.C. Swafford comes back out top to Gordon. Left side, they go to Colston. Wanted Freeman in there. Now Haver in the short corner. Pass deflected. It gets to Eubanks. 2 seconds. Eubanks spinning. It's taken away. So Wilkes has a block and a steal on that first trip. Pettigo, trailer, Wilkes, you betcha, 3 on the way. Bang! How about that for a storybook start for Kit Kat?
You can't draw it up much better than that. You get a block, you get a steal, and you get a 3.
Player efficiency rating for Wilkes is infinity at the moment, I think. In the short corner, that is Eubanks. She'll dribble back out, cut off on the wing. Now Freeman has it deflected. Pritchett takes it away. She and Wilkes combine on the steal. Pettigo to the front court. Middle of the lane. Back, right side, Boyle. 3 on the way. That is too strong. The rebound will be fought for and taken in by Freeman of Cumberland University.
Maddie Boyle, good look there. Just a little strong on the back of the iron, but good start for the Lady Tigers.
Freeman at the elbow. Quick release on that, too. It is good. 3-2. Campbellsville to 1-point advantage. We played over 100 seconds here. Actually, not quite 100. We played 90 seconds, I should say. Math is hard live on the air.
That's all right.
Lee bounces to Pettigo off the wing. Now Pritchett holds. Wanted Wilkes. Can't get it to her just yet. Eubanks doing a nice job defensively. Out front, Lee. Here's Pritchett. She'll deck it. Middle. Back. Lee. Inside, Wilkes. Quick catch. Quick release off the window. Too strong. And Freeman grabs another rebound for Cumberland U.
Yeah, it's a good look there by Caitlin. Just a little bit too strong.
Right wing, Colston holds. Out front, Gordon. Left side, Swafford. 2 Lady Tigers there. Now they'll come across to Colston a bit too far, but she's able to track it down. Eubanks working. She needs help, throws it to Claus.
Claus is ineligible.
He is ineligible, and he's not on her team.
Good defense there by the Lady Tigers. Good pressure by Courtney Pritchett. Just forced that pass out of bounds, and Campbellsville another turnover to take advantage here on the offensive end.
Pettigo handling a lot of the ball here for Campbellsville to start. Here they look inside for Wilkes, and that's a nice job by Freeman to come across the top and take it away. Gordon runs over Lee. She spills to the ground, and we get a late whistle here on Gordon. Okay, so they're going to call Gordon on a grab.
Well, actually,
much of that.
They called a push off. That was way late. Well, way late.
So not sure there.
Not sure about that. Yeah.
Campbellsville will get it back with a 1-point advantage, and you can see the disdain on the face of Scott Bloom.
I agree with him. If you're not going to call it immediately, just let it play on.
Here is Wilkes back out. Pritchett bluffs the shot, now drives. She'll come crossover back to the middle. Some contact, shot won't go as she scooped it up. Pettigo able to nab the rebound and pitch it back up for 2.
Yeah, great crash of the boards right there. I thought Courtney was going to be able to get it in, but Pettigo followed up with an easy putback.
Far side Swafford, a couple of dribbles, going to give it out to Gordon again. Right side Colston. Down the short corner again, that's Freeman. Entry, Eubanks nearly had it knocked away. Swafford catches, nearly blocked that shot. Boyle, but Swafford able to sink one from straight away. We're tied at 5.
Yeah, Swafford 32% on the year from 3.
Back out, here's Wilkes, another 3 for Kit Kat, around and out, no good. Rebound to Colston. Wilkes hit a 3 to begin the basketball game for the Lady Tigers. Colston keeps it away from Boyle. Left side, Gordon won't shoot it. 2 defenders there. She'll throw up a floater, and that's going to be an offensive foul. This will really change the complexion of this ball game with 3.5 minutes or so gone by. Campbellsville will see Kayla Gordon, who's averaging 18 points a game, go to the bench.
Now that one,
maybe not.
Yeah, that one I agree with. There was a lot more contact there. Courtney was set. That first one I think was just a little ticky-tack against her. So, but you're right, it definitely will change the complexion here, especially if she picks up her 3rd.
And now Coach Bloom will tell Mariah Pearson to jump up and head into the ball game at the next stoppage. Pettigo hands it off to Lee. And they try to attack Gordon here. She gets around her. They feed Wilkes in the middle. Wilkes can't finish. Eubanks taps it away on the rebound, and they're going to point the direction of Cumberland University. So Wilkes has had a couple of decent looks in there, but both were contested.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Eubanks there, not backing down, giving a lot of pressure, a little physical contact on the boards, and Caitlin just unfortunate not being able to knock it down.
I believe Eubanks may have been in some foul trouble in that first game. Here's a shot out of the corner by Freeman, no good. Long rebound tapped out, and Pearson controls it. 5'5" junior guard from Cleveland, Tennessee. Here's a 3 from Swafford, no good, and they're going to get Colston up the backside of Maddie Boyle, I do believe.
Yeah, it's a good block out there by Boyle. A lot of times when those long shots are taken, they bounce long. That first one did. That second one was just right there at the block, and great block out by Maddie Boyle.
Eubanks, I need that. Eubanks played 22 minutes and had 4 fouls in that first meeting, so she was in some foul trouble back in Lebanon earlier this year. Here is Boyle left side, can't shoot it as Colston able to stay just close enough. Pettigo wanted the entry to Wilkes, that's not there. Now she'll angle back to the left. Works around one defender, needs some help as she's picked up a dribble. Pritchett in a flash, 9 to shoot. Pritchett working against Freeman, stops at the free throw line, kicks it out. Open, Boyle, 3. That's going to be short. Rebound taken in here by Pettigo. Another chance for CU. Ball deflected. Lee tries to run it down, and that's as bad as the first one.
Yeah, that may have been a little makeup call there. You're exactly right. Same official.
Lee trying to run down the basketball there. There was some contact. Man.
Yeah, it's a live ball, so both players are entitled to it. I
just look down at the corridor down here, and some of our guys are really making some faces like, what in the world? Here's a 3 from Person, and she's fouled here. No, they're going to call another one on Cumberland, I think,
it's on
away
Eubanks.
From the ball.
Yeah, Eubanks ran right through Pettigo.
So I didn't see the contact there, but I did see Pettigo sliding across the floor like one of those what do they call the things in curling that slides?
Yeah, well,
I don't know what
it's a great sport to watch, especially how they curl it.
Intense for.
I guess because it's curling because they can curl it.
Yeah, I see what you did there. Here's Boyle working off the Wilkes screen. She'll go right at Eubanks.
Yeah.
Gets the step, gets the finish. Does Maddie Boyle? That may get her rolling.
Absolutely, being aggressive like that. Maddie's playing some good basketball, but went right at Eubanks.
Back the other way, this is Swafford, and she'll drive down the end line back over to Colston. Colston needs some help. Swafford, Eubanks turns. Eubanks is tied up. Oh, and here we're going to get the second on Lauren Lee, Benji. So each of the 2 point guards for the 2 clubs are going to find themselves in some foul trouble to begin this basketball game. Gordon already checking out, and for Campbellsville, Lauren Lee will have to exit. So the plot has thickened most definitely here in the PAL. It's a 7-5 Campbellsville University lead, 4:21 to play in the first quarter. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. The Lady Tigers with the 2-point advantage here over Cumberland University. Whitney Hay going to check in for CU. Hay, the 6-foot redshirt sophomore forward from Eastview, Kentucky. See, Cam Vick had his procedure done there, Vic.
He did. He had it, I believe it was yesterday, wasn't it?
So he's limping around. That's one of those, poor Cam, they had to make that worse before they could make it better.
I know.
That's when you know you've got a rough injury.
I think it's about a 4 to 6 month recovery for him. How you feeling, man?
So we get set to return to play here. Personal inbound. She'll lob it out to Colston. Colston catches with Boyle all over him. Now Swafford holds inside at the free throw line. Freeman dumps it down. Eubank's going to be fouled by Hay. Just couldn't get there quickly enough. And Whitney Hay will pick up her first. That will be 3 on the Lady Tigers, and I believe Eubank's going to go to the free throw line here.
Yeah, it's one of those things that Coach Colvin stressed that we got to keep them out, keep Cumberland out of the middle of against this zone, and Cumberland right now is able to do that, and at right time was able to get a foul against Whitney Hayes. So that's how you beat a zone. Get the ball in the middle.
The official came over and gave Ginger some type of explanation on that call on Lauren Lee over there, I think, and whatever it was.
She didn't agree?
Well, I think she accepted. I don't know if she agreed, but she certainly appeared to have accepted it as Eubanks gets both, ties this game at 7.
Well, look for Pettigo, and you might see some Bree Gowdy coming in here early.
Bounce it to Boyle. Could not handle it clean, and a turnover on the Lady Tigers. Boyle was trying to sink down a bit, maybe a little post work against Colston. Unfortunately, Boyle couldn't handle it. Turnover on CU. Colston to the other end. Eubanks inside, ball nearly taken away. Cumberland can take the first lead of the ballgame, I believe, here, Benji, should they score. Here's Freeman out of the corner. That's a 2. She banked that in, or a 3?
That's a 3 banked in. That's from the corner.
Side.
That's talent. That is hard to do.
Smokes. Freeman will have to leave a little extra in the offering plate tomorrow morning after that one. Left wing, Boyle. Freeman is one of those players in the league you can't help but to respect the daylights out of. She's doing the nursing school thing and playing a sport. I know she's worked through some injuries as well. Here Boyle driving, leaves it off. Pass. Luby across the lane. Kayla Luby will get the hoop, and Maddie Boyle the helper. Luby checking in a moment ago, 6'2", the graduate forward from B, Nebraska.
Just good penetration there by Boyle, and an easy kick to Kayla Luby.
Colston catches on the end line. Here is Freeman back out left side. Swafford going to drive in, take the floater just inside the elbow. No good. Pettigo snares the rebound. She'll bring Campbellsville to the offensive end. Pettigo shovels it back. Boyle won't shoot it. She'll drive. Now Boyle wants Hay. Can't get it to her. Ball deflected there. Pettigo and Swafford run into one another, and we've got a dog pile on the court here. The arrow should stay with Campbellsville. Elizabeth Bertram will enter for CU. Burt, the 5'6" junior guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. Bailey Pettigo exits. And Coach Bloom will send in Alyssa Gehring, 5'11", a senior forward from Jackson, Tennessee. Also in here is Maddie Brillhart, 6'1" freshman forward from Knoxville, Tennessee. So you've got Person, Colston, Brillhart, Gehring, and then that's Emily Tarpley checking in, 5'10" freshman forward from Manchester, Tennessee. Little give and go between Luby and Bertram. That is busted up by Cumberland U, and they'll come back the other way. Another turnover on Campbellsville. Person finds Brillhart. She'll get it right back. Left side, Brillhart to Tarpley. 2 defenders there for Campbellsville. Tarpley needs help, and she's going to be called for a double dribble, as Benji Kelly quickly noticed.
Well, you got to like what both these teams are doing and putting a lot of defensive pressure and some turnovers already. Cumberland's turned it over 5 times. Campbellsville already with 2 or 3 turnovers. So
Boyle out front between the circles. Bounces to Pritchett. Left side, Hay catches behind the back. Ooh, nifty dribbling. Now dumps it in. Luby going to get it right back to Hay. Shot won't go, but she draws the foul as Mariah Person will be hit with her first.
Yeah, it's just look good give and go there for the Lady Tigers. And that foul right there, although it's a 2-shot shooting foul, will allow Campbellsville to be in the bonus the rest of the way here in this first quarter.
You can't have a basketball game and somebody on the court named Person without thinking of Chuck.
Chuck Person.
The rifleman.
Yeah.
Wesley wasn't bad either.
No.
Free throw good for Whitney Hay. That's a good nickname, the rifleman. Isn't that Chuck Person's nickname? Is that right?
I think so. Played at Auburn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got named a street for him back in his hometown.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I drive through it when you go down to Destin.
Okay.
Yeah. Little small town America. Don't go fast, you'll get a speeding ticket.
Well, I know that all too well. Going Tennessee's a nightmare for me. I paid for many streets in Tennessee. Right side of the basketball, now they dump it in. Here is Tarpley going to take a long 2. Campbellsville had regained the lead after the 2. Whitney Hay made free throws a moment ago. Missed shot. Campbellsville back the other way. Boyle inside, goes up, shot blocked. Boyle gets it back, has nice Luby. Pass. Kayla Luby again gets the finish, and for the second time, Maddie Boyle found her. Here's a turnover on Brillhart.
Yeah, it's good defensive pressure there by Bertram on a quick bucket like that. Cumberland was going to try to run with it, and Elizabeth stepped in there, and it caused Brillhart to step in.
Flowers, the easy baseline out of bounds. Was that Boyle that set that up?
It was, and so back-to-back easy buckets there for Campbellsville.
Flowers checking in earlier, 5'10", the sophomore forward from Winchester, Kentucky. Bertram nearly had a steal, and instead of the steal, she'll pick up the foul as she got a piece of the lower body of Tarpley there.
I think it was a little bit of a frustration foul by Bertram. She had the steal, but couldn't handle it. And
well, now Tarpley's frustrated. She got fouled.
Yeah.
There was some. I think the worst part of that is Tarpley hit the ground pretty hard.
Yeah.
Tarpley going to make a move. Going to go in line. And pass stolen. It was Josie Harville who checked in, 5'6" junior guard from Hatton, Alabama. Had it taken away by Luby. Boyle inside, and Hay had to reach down to catch it. She couldn't stop the momentum. That pass by Boyle kind of put Hay in a rough spot there. It ends up being a foul on Hay, and that's going to be 2 on her, Benji.
Well, it is, and once again, Cumberland getting back on defense, being in the right spot. Campbellsville having to earn those baskets this afternoon. So good defense for Cumberland University there.
And this is Person in the backcourt. Boyle will flash. She's able to split the defenders, get it ahead, deflected by Flowers. Long Flowers will go to Boyle. We'll see if she can get this one up before Tarpley gets there. She does, but missed it. Too much on it. Flowers deflects it. Boyle collects it. She'll go off the window. Again, no good. Hay has it. She'll throw one up off balance, and she's fouled. Where's Oscar Vaughn? They got to take the lid off down there.
I'm telling you right now, some easy bucket opportunities there for Campbellsville, and they missed it. Foul there on Tarpley. So Whitney Hay back to the free throw line here for Campbellsville.
Tarpley will be assessed that personal in the end of things. Hay to the line, as Benji mentioned. I haven't seen Oscar in quite a while.
I haven't either.
Retirement is treating him well. Free throw good for Hay. 16-10, the Lady Tigers with a 6-point advantage, 32.7 seconds remaining. Thanks for tuning in today on all avenues of the Campbellsville University Sports Network as Hay hits the second. 17-10, football score shows in the PAL. Harville long ahead to Brillhart, who stops, throws it, all deflected by Flowers, and again stolen. Double-figure turnovers, I believe, already on Cumberland U. Pedigo going to take the air out of it, and the Lady Tigers will hold for one shot here, down to 18 seconds. Pedigo bounces to Luby out high. Pedigo circles back, has it in the middle. Here's Bertram, won't shoot it, 9 seconds. Burt goes the long way, left side, runs into Tarpley. We're going to have an offensive foul called on Elizabeth Bertram. That will be 2 on Burt. So Burt has 2, Lauren Lee has 2, and Whitney Hay has 2. Swafford will re-enter with 4.6 seconds, so the Lady Tigers will have to dig down defensively here and come up with a stop to close out this first quarter.
Yeah, and the key thing here is don't foul because they're in the bonus.
And I don't know, Harville knew exactly how much time was left. She'll have to throw one to Person. Tough look for Person at the end of the first quarter. She just has to heave one up. And Campbellsville will head to the second quarter with a 7-point advantage at 17-10. CU on top. We'll step away and take a quick timeout. Come back and get you ready for second quarter action. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. To 10, Campbellsville University leading Cumberland University here in the Powell Center. Getting set to begin the second quarter. The two teams huddled up around their respective benches here, and see that Caitlin Wilkes 3 to start the basketball game. Hey, Kyle, you got 44 in there or no? In there. We didn't put her in there. Oh, okay. I'm checking on the stat there. Benji had noticed that Whitney Hay was not listed. They had a mix-up.
Well, they got it. It's got it on the play-by-play, but not on the not on the stats.
Yeah, because when you look at the total numbers,
yeah, it's right. The score's right. Just the
we have a malfunction at the junction, I think here.
It's all right.
Back to play here. Harville finds Swafford, and Hay got a hand on it. Here's Flowers. She'll stop. She goes long. Hay left block this time. Gets around one defender, and that shot no good. Luby there. She's fouled by Swafford. Give credit to Tarpley and Tarpley in Person to get back in there, force the miss by Hay.
Well, and that's twice that they've been able to do that, get back and force a miss, easy layup, and that time Kayla Luby was trailing there to able to get that offensive rebound and a chance to go to the free throw line.
I believe that foul was on Swafford, yeah. Luby missed that free throw. She's a really good free throw shooter, at least was a season ago. This year she struggled, and that one, it's all mental.
It is.
One more coming for Luby. That one is perfect. So she gets 1 of 2. She just had to calibrate things after that first miss.
Well, that lid's still on, I guess, down there a little bit.
They've missed a few bunnies down there. And again, Cumberland has been in the area of some of those shots, but we've grown accustomed to see you hitting Tarpley long two. That is a bit strong. It's off the back of the iron. Bertram, the board for Campbellsville. Pettigo again hits ahead quickly to Hay. Back out top now Bertram. She'll work towards Luby. A little miscommunication there defensively. Luby missed the shot. Flowers had it, and she'll be fouled here. And I believe this will be on Tarpley. So Emily Tarpley from Coffee County High School. That's my kind of high school right there.
Coffee County. Tyra Flowers, that transfer from North Alabama. She's not been to the free throw line that many times this year, and only 44%, so it'll be good to see her get a couple up that percentage.
Flowers' free throw here is just off the front of the iron, pops off to the left. For Campbellsville, you've got Bertram and Flowers in the backcourt here. She hits the free throw. Pettigo, Hay, and Luby await at midcourt. And now Cumberland will have the basketball 19-10. Cumberland went up 10-9, Benji.
Yes.
And so Campbell's on a 10-0 run. And Hay going to knock me the basketball, I thought, but she picked it up.
I thought she was going to take a drink of your coffee.
She's a coffee lover, connoisseur
yes.
of the coffees as well. So it would not shock me. I walked in, and she was the first person I saw. She said, not this today. I said, no, we switched it up a little bit. Live on the edge. Working with the basketball is Colston. Inside, that's a nice pass to Gary, and she's blocked, though, by Luby. And Pettigo comes out of the pack with it. Bailey will slow down at midcourt. Go right side to Hay. Hay still on the dribble. Underneath, Whitney has it raked away. Needs some help. In the corner, Bailey again. Multiple defenders there. Bailey will have to circle back out. Finds Bertram. Bert. Entry here. Elbow, Luby. Now Hay. Players run into one another. Hay going to try the jumper. That's no good. A great trip offensively for Campbellsville. Nice defensive work by Cumberland U. 19-10, they lead it. Cumberland the basketball, however. And Colston has it knocked away by Bertram, and they're going to say that it'll stay with the young ladies in gray. Kayla Gordon back in there, Benji, so Coach Bloom, sometimes you...
Well, I think you almost have to, because they've gone several minutes here without a point.
Gordon finds Freeman just off the elbow, kicks. It's a wide open shooter left side, no good. Long rebound, Colston trying to save it and does. Swafford missed the shot, and then, well, that's poor Faith Colston did all she could to run that down and save it, and then when she turned after having the ball, I think she stepped on the sideline.
It's either stepped on the sidelines or that ball fell, she bounced it on out of bounds line, but a little unforced turnover there. That's a 14th turnover already against this Cumberland University team. I want to say Bulldogs. They used to be the Bulldogs. So now they're the Phoenix under that name change. I think about the time they came into the Mid-South Conference.
It was a few years after that. Is Bailey going to go down? And she tweaked an ankle here the other day, and she's done it again.
Is it the same one?
She's going to have some help. They were waiting to see. The other day, Bailey rolled one, and she hopped up. And it may be that same one that she had rolled earlier this year. Yep, stepped on the foot of Swafford. Oh, that hurt me.
Yep.
B knew it immediately. At least she is walking off. She rolled the one earlier this year. She missed the Indiana Wesleyan game. She rolled it right before that, if memory serves. Was that in the Stevens game, perhaps?
It was, yeah.
And
missed what, 5-6 games?
Yep, she missed 6 and then returned at Faulkner. So she missed those games down in Miami and Puerto Rico. Returned against Faulkner after the new year on the 6th of January. She'll exit here. Campbell's will send Lauren Lee back out there. So Lee and Gordon each on the court with 2 fouls. Whitney Hay also has 2 fouls out there. Driving as Gordon leaves that off underneath. Freeman blocked from behind by Flowers, and Tyra Flowers, that long wingspan, can look sometimes like she's out of position, Benji, but she's able to recover as well as anybody.
Her and Maddie Nolly, they've got that long wingspan and so athletic. But you're right, it looks like you're past them, and then the next thing you know, it's in the stands.
You are until you ain't.
That's it.
In the corner, that is Freeman, I believe. She'll take a contested jumper over top of Flowers that time, gets it to go, and it's been a while since Cumberland has tallied points, and it's a 19-12 score.
Yeah, like you said, it was a 10-9 lead, and the Campbellsville went on a 10-0 run there.
Lee gets around Gordon and hesitates, can't finish. Ball battled for. Gordon comes up with it. So the Lady Tigers have missed 4 or 5, 6 maybe down there, that if they go another direction, this game feels completely different. Lee, after Gordon missed the shot, I believe blocked that attempt by Eubanks. Campbellsville with the basketball once again, leading by 7. We play over 3 minutes in the second quarter. Flowers holds, works back to the middle, goes up with a shot, no good. Eubanks may have gotten a hand on that. Here comes Colston. And deflected. Colston, she stared it down. Right idea, she just stared Freeman down. Lee got a hand on it. Here's Hay, holds it. Inside has Luby. She'll go up off the window. She gets the deuce, and Whitney Hay the dime.
Yeah, just good transition there for Campbellsville. Kayla sprinted down there to the block, and Whitney Hay was able to find her for an easy put. 2 points. Gordon works left side of the lane, feeds through. Whitney Hay read that. She recovers, steals it as Gordon wanted Eubanks. Campbellsville to the offensive end. Hay has it knocked away by Colston. They dive on the ground. They're going to say it will be Cumberland basketball here. Wilkes, Pritchett, Boyle all in. Bertram, Luby, and Flowers will exit. Also coming in is Maddie Nally, 6'2", the junior forward from Louisville, Kentucky. Whitney Hay will check out, so the only player to remain on the court is Lee. So Campbellsville will have their starting 5 out there. No, they will not, because Bailey is hurt. So it'll be 4/5 of the starting lineup. Nally will be on the court in the stead of Pedigo. 6:02 to play in the first half. Campbellsville leads by 9, 21-12. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. inside the PAL here. Campbellsville up 21-12 with 6 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the second quarter.
So it is the same ankle that B had rolled earlier this year, but Miranda Denny, and I'm trying to do a little lip reading as well. She thought it would be okay. They may go back and do a bit of a tape job.
Put that thing on there so tight that ankle don't move. I've done that.
And you know, the thing about that too, and I'm sure you've been here, done that, but a lot of times it's the fear when that initial hits and the fear of, oh shoot, that's the same one. I just went through this.
And then it wound up not being as bad as what you initially thought. More scaring you.
21. Speaking of scaring me, Rusty Hollingsworth behind my right shoulder here, Benji. Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf, yeah.
The pass inside, shot by Freeman, good. Kayla Gordon set that up, 21-14. Another football score shows here as the Lady Tigers back the other way. Boyle going to try the mid-range shot. Wilkes been cleaning up her messes for years. She can't do it this time. She grabbed the rebound here. They throw it away. Swafford has to jump down on the floor and just swat it. It looked like Faith Colston said, wow, after all that shook out, it's Cumberland basketball. Here Gordon knifes in, a little out of control perhaps, and throws that off the hands of Freeman out of bounds.
That's the 17th turnover already for this Cumberland University Phoenix team, and Campbellsville 14 points off of those turnovers.
One thing those fouls did to Gordon early is it kept her from getting any type of rhythm.
That's it.
Pritchett circles back to Boyle on the far side. She'll work off the double screen, twin screens from Pritchett and Wilkes. Can't shoot it. Now Pritchett wants the entry, and Wilkes wasn't ready. I think Wilkes was in a spot where she was going to try to repost perhaps. Turnover on Campbellsville. A little sloppy basketball here today in the PAL both ways as Colston shot inside. No good. Missed her putback, and now Eubanks will be called for the foul.
2 on Eubanks here. Good job by Caitlin Wilkes to get some rebounding position there.
Coach Bloom protesting a bit, thinking
I thought there was a little contact on the initial shot. Was that by Colston?
Colston in there and did a good job of getting it back and lost it the second time. The official just nodding his head. Coach Bloom, nice crossover by Lee. She'll take the shot over Gordon. And man, Campbellsville just cannot buy one.
Well, it's shooting 33% from the field right now.
That is 20% lower than their season average.
Both teams 33%.
Right wing Swafford. Now here is, well, that's Freeman, and she's fouled. I was going to say a jumper taken by Freeman, but she was whacked on the arm by Maddie Nally. So Nally will send Lindsey Freeman to the free throw line. Mid-South Conference second teamer twice in her career for the Phoenix, averaging 13 points a basketball game. Free throw here is good. 8 rebounds a night for Freeman. Cumberland University, Benji, you roll back the clock a bit. They took Campbellsville to the wire last season in the Mid-South Conference tournament.
Yes, they did.
Nearly pulled the upset, ultimately freed Hardeman. They get Campbellsville in their next contest in the semifinals of the tournament a year ago, thwarting their back-to-back attempt. Boyle holds. Freeman hit the 2, so it's a 21-16 game. Wilkes back out to Pritchett. She's open. 3 on the way. In and out. Ball batted by Lee, taken by Eubanks. And here comes Kayla Gordon once again, and that's nice to see. Bailey Pettigo will sprint to the scorer's table here. She's ready to get back in. Swafford back to Eubanks. Boyle all over Eubanks. Somehow gets it free. Gordon has to tap it and save it as they look for the entry. And now Nally will be called for a foul with 12 on the shot clock here. Say Nally reached in. 2 on her, 2 on Campbellsville with 3:32 to play. Actually, is that 3 on the Lady Tigers in the period?
Third in the quarter.
I may have missed one somewhere. The Cumberland Phoenix will maintain the possession. 21-16 the score, 3:32 to play in the half. Colston holds. Now Freeman. Back to Gordon. She'll drive in line. Floater over the top of Wilkes. Too strong, or excuse me, short there, and it comes off the hands of Gehring, I believe, and out of bounds. 3:23 to play in the half. Pettigo re-entering for Lee. So Campbellsville going to try to keep Lauren Lee from picking up that third. Boyle off the right side. Looking over the top. Has Pettigo. Can't shoot it. Now Pritchett will. Beyond the elbow. No good. Pettigo taps it. Nally controls it. Kicks. Boyle to Pritchett straight away. Second chance opportunity for the Lady Tigers. Pettigo in the middle. Has Boyle right side. Works off the Pettigo screen. Back to Bailey. Wants the entry. Not there. Nally going to try it over the top. Nice little lob into Wilkes. I'll be. She missed it.
Well, I think Caitlin was expecting a little more contact to be on that shot, and she rushed it a little bit and just didn't get enough on it.
Gordon here, the entry to Gehring. It was deflected by Pritchett. Then Boyle got a hand on it. Pritchett ultimately takes it away from Gehring. Now Maddie Boyle the other way. So Campbellsville's missed bunnies. And here Boyle going to have that waved off as she drives right into Gordon. So that would have been the third on Gordon. Instead, it's the first on Boyle. But the storyline here, the Lady Tigers have missed a few bunnies, and Cumberland University, the turnovers have just killed them. They've only taken 12 shots.
Yeah, it's a pretty sloppy game for both teams, really, Matt. Like I said, Campbellsville, when's the last time they shot 28% from the field? And I'm sure Cumberland University has not had 17 turnovers in one half.
I think my stats are a little behind. They've taken a few more than 12 shots. We'll try to work on that.
16 is what I'm
16,
showing.
Okay, so they're taking about one a minute perhaps. Here is a three on the far side by Colston, no good. The Lady Tigers went up 19-10, and they've only scored 2 points since. Here is a jumper from Swafford that is good. 21-18 the score. Pettigo leads Campbellsville to the offensive end. They bounce to Pritchett. Luby inside. She'll go to work. Well, fall-away shot over Freeman is good for Kayla Luby. And Benji, I think Kayla's got maybe 6 or 8 points.
6 or 8 points already. She's the leading scorer for Campbellsville. That makes her 8th point.
So the Lady Tigers have pushed it back to a 5-point margin. Luby has 8. Person needs some help here. Throws it off to Colston. Back to Person. 10 to shoot. Person in the middle. Free throw line shot on the way. Too strong. Rebound is tied up. And they're going to, one official is going to call a foul on Luby. This official here had a better angle at the action, I feel like. And they're going to go to the double thumbs, which is going to give it to Campbellsville.
I agree with his gripe there. One official had a foul. I think these two trail officials both had a jump ball, so you really got 3 different whistles. In a situation like that, you do go to the jump ball when there's difference.
And I felt like this, I had a pretty good look at it. It looked like Luby got all ball there. As they run through here in the corner, that's Boyle for 3, and they're going to wave off the shot. They were fighting through the 3. Oh, my.
Before the shot.
Well, that's the best foul Faith Colston will ever commit. It waved off a 3 as she ran through the screen by Pritchett. Boyle is finally going to get on the board from deep there. 23-18, so it would have been, I think Boyle's still protesting a little bit. Maddie's fiery, you got to watch her.
Well, you do. And I would want that 3 points as well, because it would really be retain the possession.
Yep.
Could be a 6-point try.
They're going to try to go back to it here. Boyle left side, wide open. They lost her 3 on the way. Bang! Count it anyhow! Maddie gave a stare.
He gave a stare down. Oh, my. Let's go.
Yeah, Maddie got to be careful there. 26-18.
Doesn't take much to get her fired up, though.
Well, that may be what Campbellsville needs. You get her rolling, and it can change the game in a blink. Here, Swafford with some nice dribbling, but now she's in a trap. Gets it off to Colston, 7 to shoot. There's about a 20-second differential. Person around. 3 out of the corner by Freeman off the mark. Tapped and controlled, maybe. They're going to say Luby stepped out of bounds, or we're going to have a foul called on Cumberland U.
Yeah, she stepped out of bounds.
So now the Phoenix can hold for the final look here. There's the 3 by Boyle, and as she comes back look, all in the heat of the moment. Boyle might be on she might be, officials may have a quick trigger with her should she say anything else the rest of this game. Colston, right side, Swafford. Cumberland going to try to hold for the final one. No, as I say that, Freeman turns around and pitches one in. Right there at the elbow, and here comes Maddie Boyle. 7 seconds. Boyle They have to give it up. 3 seconds. Pedigo working. We get a foul here on Cumberland U at the last second, quite literally. The contact will go against Person, and that's 5. Someone going to the free throw line for CU. Is it Pedigo or Luby?
I think it's Pedigo.
So Person got the arm out. I'm listening in here, Benji. And so Maddie may have said she was looking at their coach more than the official. At least that was the attempt there. So 28-20. And I'm sorry, folks, that last couple of seconds I was watching I'm actually trying to lip read and figure out what's going on here. It's 28-20 after Pedigo hit the 2 free throws. So, yeah, there's going to be a conversation there. Maddie saying that it wasn't really directed at the official. It was more so she was trying to look back at Coach Bloom
because he was talking to her. Yeah.
And that's
which is unfortunate.
Yeah, that won't fly. The Lady Tigers with the advantage here. 28-20 as we head to the locker room, and what was rather an ugly first 20 minutes of basketball, but an 8-point advantage is an 8-point advantage, and that's the main thing for CU. They head to the break with the lead over Cumberland University. We'll step away, take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back, and we'll look at some of the numbers that made up the first 20 minutes. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Campbellsville leads Cumberland University here in the Powell Center. Matt Payton and the former Tiger, the Hall of Famer, Benji Kelly with me. Campbellsville, the 8-point advantage. Benji, a sloppy basketball game to start. Look at some of the numbers. Campbellsville not shooting it very well. 33%. They were 7 of 21 in the first half. Actually, take that back. 33%. They were actually 9 of 27 in the first half. 33% from deep, 2 of 6, and then 89% at the free throw line, 7 of 8. The Phoenix, 33% as well. They were 7 of 21, 2 of 8 from long range, 25%, 80% at the free throw line. So the Lady Tigers have shot the basketball poorly, but they have turned over Cumberland 17 times. I'm going to get to Cumberland's stat sheet and figure out what the season high is. In the first meeting, though, they were up around 30, if memory serves me correct. No, they were at 16. So they took care of the basketball in that first meeting, and that maybe was why it was one reason why it was as close as it was. But here today, they've already turned it over through 20 minutes more than they did in the entirety of that first contest.
Yeah, and I think you got to credit Campbellsville defensively. They made the adjustments whereas Cumberland Cumberland was able to get to the middle of the paint a couple of times early. They made those adjustments, was able to turn them over. Some of those were unforced, some of those were with pressure. But Campbellsville, has only picked up points off turnovers. It's not even on the stat sheet. I'll have to look here.
Points off right here.
14 points off turnovers. So they've turned them over 17 times and really only scored 14 points because of the poor shooting that Campbellsville's doing. Now, some of that is Campbellsville's just missed some easy bunnies, but also you got to give credit to Cumberland University. They are playing some really stingy defense and forcing Campbellsville to take some contested shots, and right now they're just not falling.
The Lady Tigers in the first half led in scoring by Kayla Luby off the bench. The one-time masked wonder still playing terrific basketball for Campbellsville. 4 of 5 shooting in the first. And you take her out, Benji, Campbellsville would be, as a team, 5. You take the 4 shots the makes away, they'd be 5 of 22 as a team without what Kayla Luby did there.
So under 25%. Yeah. Wow.
The Lady Tigers get 5 from Maddie Boyle. Hopefully that 3 will get her started. Boyle finishing with a couple of rebounds and 3 assists. Campbellsville got 4 apiece from Bailey Pettigo and Whitney Hay. All of Hay's points coming at the free throw line. Pettigo, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. She was 1 of 1 from the field, 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Those are kind of those Bailey Pettigo-like games where she can she's very similar. I gave Courtney Pritchett the nickname Swiss many moons ago. Pettigo is very similar in the fact that on a given night, whatever you need her to do, she will find a way to do it, whether it's facilitate, whether it's rebound, whether it's just to play stingy defense. I mean, she's a rudder, steady rudder in the water anytime she's on the court.
She is, and she's probably one of the smartest players that has ever played this game. I mean, she knows probably if you were to quiz her on each set play, where does this person need to be? She'd know it, and she's just that effective. And like you said, she's come in here, turned that ankle. It looks like she's got through that. I think it probably scared her more than anything, and played 14 minutes and some pretty good, efficient basketball with only 1 turnover.
The Lady Tigers got 3 apiece from Tyra Flowers and Caitlin Wilkes. Wilkes fired the first salvo of the ball game, hitting an Edward Jones 3. Just 2 of them, but it was the 2 Lincoln County products that tallied the 2 made Edward Jones 3s in the first half of play. Lauren Lee failed to score. She was in a bit of foul trouble. Courtney Pritchett failing to score. Maddie Nally and Elizabeth Bertram also seeing minutes and failing to get into the scoreboard score column for Campbellsville. The game's high scorer is Lindsey Freeman with 13 points. Freeman with 6 rebounds, 5 of 8 shooting for her. Nice afternoon to start. 5 points from J.C. Swafford, and Myjay Umegs has 2 points for Cumberland U. That's it. 3 young ladies doing all the scoring for the Phoenix. So for them to have a chance, they've got to figure out how to get some others involved. Rebounding, Campbellsville out-rebounded by 5, 20-15 in terms of rebounds. The Phoenix have 9 on the offensive end. The Lady Tigers have 7. 8 assists, 11 steals, and 8 turnovers for Campbellsville. 4 assists, 4 steals, and 17 turnovers on the Cumberland University Phoenix. The Lady Tigers in the enhanced scoring columns winning most of those. It is a 10-2 advantage for Campbellsville in the paint, a 12-5 advantage off turnovers. Bench points 16-0 in favor of the Lady Tigers, and second chance points a narrow advantage for Cumberland University at 6-5. 3 times we were tied. The lead would change hands twice. Largest lead for Campbellsville was 9 points at 19-10. And Benji, as we get set for the second half here in a moment, I really don't feel like we learned much through the first 20.
We really didn't.
It was just kind of a throwaway, and the game really feels like it's up for grabs, despite the fact that Campbellsville is the much higher ranked club. Cumberland's got themselves in a position to win if they can take care of it.
Oh, well, and they've come in here and they played some great defense. And despite that, Kayla Gordon, 2 fouls, she set pretty much a lot of that first half and only played 10 minutes, and she has 0 points. If she gets going and Campbellsville continues to shoot poorly, Cumberland is poised to come in here and steal one against the number 3 team in the nation. So a lot of basketball still left. Right now, it's anyone's game, to be honest.
Season high in turnovers for Cumberland University. Oakland City on the 10th of November.
Early in the year.
23.
Wow.
So they're at 17 through halftime. Campbellsville University certainly has them in a spot where they may set a new high on the season. Anyhow, we'll step away here. It's an 8-point Lady Tiger advantage, 28-20. We'll step away, extended timeout, come back and bring you second half action. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
back inside the POW here.
You know, we're gonna flip roles.
I'm telling you. Well, you're trying to get some conversation there with Coach.
I went down and asked Cam how the
surgery went. Yeah.
He had his ankle surgery this week. We saw Bailey land on the foot earlier, step on a foot, and that's what did it to Cam. He stepped on the foot in the game against IU Southeast, and unfortunately, he didn't really know it at the time, but it basically would cost him his season.
Yep.
So he had his procedure done yesterday to get that thing fixed and squared away, and he said everything went as expected,
Good.
went as planned. You start to attack the recovery process, and you wait for next season.
Well, you do, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're actually going to try to petition the NAI to see if they can get the full both semesters, because I think right now, as many games as he played, he's at that window where he's really only got one semester of eligibility left. So it'd be great if they could get that for him, and then he come back and have a full senior year. But we got quite a bit of basketball left here.
We still got quite a way to go here. 20 minutes and a first half that won't grade out too well for either club.
Sir.
Campbellsville held to just 28. Cumberland posting only 20 points. Phoenix basketball to begin this second half of play. I think each team has their starting group on the court. Out front with the ball here is Swafford, down to 12 seconds at the free throw line. Eubanks going to work at Pritchett.
Nice move.
And a nice move by Eubanks. It looked a little funny out near the line. I thought maybe she shuffled the feet, but the officials
let it play on.
Yeah, don't call anything, and bucket for Eubanks. Pritchett looks free throw line. Thought she was going to step back and shoot that. Here driving is Lee. She'll throw up a contested shot. That won't go, but she will take a trip to the free throw line here, Benji, as the personal foul will be assessed to Swafford.
Lauren Lee, I believe it's their first attempts here at the free throw line this afternoon, where she's a 74% shooter on the year.
Lee gets that one. It's a 29-22 game here.
You know, you think about how poorly both of these teams have shot from the field, but you look at the free throw shooting, pretty good. Both teams are above 80% here in this game. So
one more for Lee, and she gets both. So it's an 8-point game here. 30-22 the score. Gordon trying to work around Lee. It's just past her. Swafford
hop step.
Jumps into that three.
Took a step and hopped. Yep.
I will say this, though. I feel like they let that go a lot more on the women. That it gets kind of graded a little more harshly on the men's side, that little hop. On the women's side, oftentimes I feel like they kind of let that go.
They do, but and to be honest, I think that was the right call.
Pritchett works right side, stops now, needs help herself. Boyle going to flash, stops on the end line. Pritchett gets it back. Campbellsville going to reset perhaps.
That's a tough pass there to make.
Try to go inside to Wilkes, and it's knocked away, stolen. Boyle comes back. She pokes it free from Swafford, who runs it down. And now Gordon holds. 30-22, Campbellsville the 8-point lead. Pritchett tries to help, but Gordon gets the bucket. That is the first points of the ball game for Kayla Gordon, I think.
It is. She's held to 0 points. 2 fouls there in the first quarter.
Had to go get out of the lane. Call for 3 seconds. B unable to find a teammate, and the Lady Tigers here will go to the bench quickly. Bailey will exit. It's a 6-point CU advantage. Bertram checking in.
You know, we kind of talked about it a little bit off air, that game Thursday night up at Georgetown, as hot as it was in the gymnasium. I believe there's a lot of fatigue from this Tiger team, Lady Tiger team.
Be interesting to see, too. Georgetown has to kind of recover from that also. They've got to play Lindsey Wilson today. Gordon in the corner, misses the three. Swafford able to track down the long rebound. Bertram knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Cumberland University here. 8:04 to play in the quarter. And Swafford inbounds, gets it right back, and now she drives, leaves it for Freeman, who missed the little floater. Bertram going to be called for the foul.
That's her third.
First on Campbellsville, 7:58 on the clock here. Too many bodies to really tell right there.
I couldn't.
And Gordon throws it away. She started to lean. Lee flashed at Eubanks. Boyle picks it off, gets around Swafford, and lays it in.
Yeah, it's good transition basket there. Maddie Boyle missed one earlier, but that time was a little more under control and able to go up strong with it.
Cumberland looking. Freeman inside again. Pritchett knocks one away from Eubanks. So twice they've tried to get it to Eubanks. Campbell's made a play on the basketball.
Yeah, good defense there. Courtney read it, and they're being intentional here to try to get the ball down low to Eubanks.
Gordon again to pitch it in. They lose Swafford, but Pritchett read it at the last moment, got her left hand on it, and Bertram plucked it out of the sky. Here's Boyle right side, can't shoot it. Back to Boyle. Three on the way, no good. And the rebound taken in by Colston. Nice block out.
Good look there for the Tigers.
Lee ties up Gordon. Ball gets poked into the backcourt. Campbellsville deflected it, so it'll stay with Cumberland. Swafford down on the inline. Freeman jumper good for Lindsey Freeman. Back to a 6-point margin.
That was the right call. Lady Tiger fans were wanting over and a back, but it was actually deflected by Campbellsville. Good no call there by the official, and we still got us a 6-point game here.
3 minutes gone by. Lee inside. Wilkes going to go up with a shot. Eubanks got a hand on it. Bertram deflects that pass and the rebound. Gordon able to come away with it, though. Gordon got a 2-on-1 behind the back. That's a nice pass by Kayla Gordon, and it's a 4-point game, 32-28.
Boy, you could just see how talented she really is. That was a tremendous pass.
Lee gets the step, gets inside, throws one up, won't go. Wilkes battling with Eubanks, and Freeman able to rip it away and pull it out of there. Here comes Cumberland University. Swafford tries to get around Boyle. Swafford has her head down, tries to feed to Eubanks, but Lee,
who are they going to call it on?
They're going to call it on Lauren, I believe.
Wow, it's twice that they've got Lauren on a foul like that.
So three on Lauren Lee here. Campbellsville leading by 4. Eubanks drew the foul as Lee tried to come across, get up the backside just a bit. Pedigo checking in for Pritchett. Wilkes checks out as Luby re-enters. Lee also leading the game. Tyra Flowers in there. Gordon needs somewhere to go, has Freeman, and then a double team. Freeman has to get it out of there quickly, tried to throw it to Gordon, and Pedigo took it away. Another turnover on Cumberland University. They are up into the 20s now,
I would say. They're in the 20s, yep.
Flowers holds on the right wing. Circling is Bertram, now out front to Boyle. Pedigo, left wing, defended by Gordon. They've got Bertram, she'll drive left side. Burt has it blocked, I believe. Eubanks helped out, got a piece of it. Campbellsville's offensive firepower today has just not made its presence. They average nearly 90 points a game, or just over 90 points a game. The miss by Cumberland, they get it back, and now we get a whistle inside. Another foul will be called on Campbellsville University here.
Well, right now, Campbellsville, or this Cumberland University team, is the aggressor on the offensive end, and stayed right at it. Campbellsville had a chance there for that rebound, but I believe it was Colston that just sprinted in there and took it away from them, and now she's going to be able to be rewarded here at the free throw line.
32-28, Colston at the line, 52% on the season for the freshman. That one, in and out. We've not really discussed Cumberland University. This is Coach Bloom's last season. They'll welcome in a new coach next year. I believe Mark Vaughn at Bethel has already been named the replacement. Colston gets one of 2. 32-29, a one-possession game here in the Powell Center. Pedigo going to hand off to Hay. Whitney Hay working against Colston. Feeds. That's Luby. She'll go up. And Kayla Luby, keep on doing work down low, young lady.
Well, right now, she's the one that is shooting the best percentage of any player out there. She is 5 of 6 from the field. That puts her in double digits there with that basket. Chance here to go to the free throw line with an old-fashioned three-point play. But what an entry pass from Whitney Hay there.
Luby makes it a 3-point trip. 35-29 the score. The foul was on. Gordon not aware Bertram was there. Fortunately for her, she turned the right way. So Campbellsville makes it a 6-point game again. Colston run off the spot double dribble. She did. She started to stop and pull that up, and the official Honestly, I'm not surprised he had an angle to see it. It looked like she may have hit her back straight to him. I think she had it as well.
She had it as well, and it was.
35-29, a 6-point game. Campbellsville has it back. Bertram here.
Boy, 3 here would be huge.
Bertram driving some contact, won't go, but she draws the foul on Colston as well. So Eubanks has 3 fouls thanks to that previous one. Colston now going to pick up her 3rd. And that's 3 on Cumberland U as a club. Bertram to the line here for CU. First free throw for Bert, no good. She'll have one more free throw toss. Can make it a 7-point game with 5:01 on the clock. And that free throw good for Bert. Person going to check back in. Colston and Eubanks exit. Garing in as well. Person and Gordon in the backcourt. They get it ahead here. Tarpley over there in a trap. Needs some help. Hay pokes it away. Hay working right side against Tarpley, and we'll have a blocking foul called on Emily Tarpley, who's picked up her 3rd, 4 on Cumberland U. So Colston, Eubanks, and Tarpley each have the blue, red, green in the fouls. That means they've picked up 1 foul in each quarter.
Well, there's something about being consistent, I guess. But the Whitney Hay, the free throw line, 84% free throw shooter.
Media stoppage here, 4:45. Go ahead, Benji.
Well, I would just say we'll see those shots after the media.
After the break here, as the media stoppage pauses play, 36-29 the score. The Lady Tigers can extend when we get back. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 36-29 our score. Campbellsville University at the free throw line here. Whitney Hay will do the honors for the Lady Tigers as she and Pettigo combined on that steal. On the defensive end, Pettigo fouled, Hay fouled by Tarpley.
Well, Matt, the woeful shooting continues. Campbellsville still shooting 33%. Cumberland University has ticked up just a little bit to 38%, but we got us a 7-point lead, so that extra percentages there is cut into that lead 1 point.
Hay's free throw here is good. 85% on the season is Whitney Hay. She's had a nice afternoon at the line. One more for Hay. Free throw is good. So Whitney Hay gets both, 6 of 6 on the day at the free throw line, all 6 of her points at the strike. Campbellsville leads by 9, which
the largest lead, I believe,
matches their largest.
19-10.
Person working around Pettigo, but cut off, has to back away with the basketball. Person has Tarpley. She'll drive, and she stops as Bertram is there. Help defender Pettigo flies in, has to give it up. Gordon between some Lady Tigers, throws up the floater with the right hand, no good. Hay the rebound. Here comes Campbellsville. Pettigo between the circles. Bounces to Hay. Hay working against Tarpley. Leaves it out with Pettigo. Now Flowers wants the entry, not there. Pettigo will dribble towards Luby. Still not there. 10 to shoot. Flowers works right side at Freeman. Turns back. The shot was blocked by Freeman, and it's plucked out of the sky there by Garing. Tarpley quickly to Gordon. Cumberland University in transition here, and she's blocked by Flowers. And the arrow going to go to Campbellsville University here. Tyra Flowers with a nice play defensively.
Well, Tyra Flowers, her hands are always moving on the defensive end. You get deflections, you're getting rebounds, and that time she was able to get a jump ball. That's the 24th turnover, so that sets that season high here for this Cumberland University team. And we still got 13 minutes to ball.
Inside cutting, going reverse is Flowers. She gets the shot, and Bailey Pettigo with the nifty send.
Almost a steal there by Bertram, but what about that pass from Pettigo?
Bertram pressuring Tarpley. She's going to need some help. Hits ahead long to Freeman, who wraps one underneath to Gary. Wide open. So a nice shot. Once they got the long pass to Freeman, it put Campbellsville in a perilous position defensively. Pettigo. Defended by Gordon. Just over 3 minutes to play in the third. They lead by 9. Hay drives, will scoop shot. That's no good. Luby kept it alive. It's picked up by Flowers. And here's Bailey bouncing. Luby, wanted Hay, and it was broken up by Tarpley, but I believe she's going to be called for a foul.
That's her fourth, Matt. And it put Campbell in the bonus. So Whitney Hay back to the free throw line where she's had a pretty good afternoon, as you said, already 6 points from the free throw line this afternoon. Actually, all of her points are from the free throw line.
So Whitney Hay at the free throw line here. Is good for the transfer.
Well, Campbellsville there with their largest lead. First time in double digits.
And I think the Flowers reverse put them up before the answer down there.
That's right.
So this matches it with 11. Hay gets both. She's got 8. Left side, Gordon. Tarpley at the elbow, spins. She's going to take the jumper. No good. Rebound. Batted out of bounds. And they say last touch by Campbellsville. 2:37 to play in the third quarter. Don't forget the Tigers and Phoenix coming up on the men's side after the women's game concludes. Also at halftime of the men's game, you'll have the ring ceremony for last year's Mid-South Conference regular season championship team as bucket inside for Cumberland University makes it a 9-point game once again. Pettigo to Bertram. Bertram works around the screen, throws up a shot in some traffic, no good. Luby grabs the rebound, and we have a foul here underneath. Is that Tarpley?
14.
Nope, we get 14 Gary. So the first on Gary, I thought Tarpley was really going to be upset. She's got 4 at the moment. 2:09 to go. 42-33. Luby's free throw here is no good, but too strong. Second free throw is good for Kayla Luby.
Kayla's Campbellsville's leading scorer with 13 points.
She's right on her season average of 12.7. Person, middle of the floor. Left side to Gordon. Now out front, Brillhart, little ball fake. Has Tarpley at the free throw line. Multiple Campbellsville players in there. And we're going to go back to the double thumbs as Tarpley tied up briefly, and this will keep it with Cumberland University, however. 11 on the shot clock. Wilkes, Lee, and Pritchett all re-entering. Pettigo re-entering. Hay stays on the court. Gordon to inbound here. Cutting there was Person, and they're going to call a foul on Lee as she dove in there trying to break that up. That's going to be 4 on Lauren Lee here. So the Lady Tigers with a 10-point advantage. We'll send Bailey Pettigo right back in, and Lauren Lee not happy. Lee needed 4 points today to get to 900 for her career as a Lady Tiger. She's at 2 at the moment.
It's a double dribble.
And another double dribble on Person this time. So turnover on Cumberland University. Campbellsville will get it back to 10-point game here in the Powell Center. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Hay hands it to Pettigo. Bounces to Pritchett. Shovels it back. That's Pettigo. Here's Boyle. 3 on the way. Bang! Maddie Boyle with an Edward Jones payout. The largest lead of the day here at 13. A baker's dozen.
Much needed 3 there for the Lady Tigers. Get this thing out to a multiple possession lead.
Tarpley, free throw line, going to take the pull-up J. That's good for Emily Tarpley.
What I'm impressed about Emily is when she gets that ball right there at the high post, she's immediately facing up, and she's got in that triple threat position and can either shoot, pass, or dribble.
Boyle in the corner, another one, 3 on the way. Bang! Heat up, young lady! Maddie Boyle's got 13!
I tell you, her dad about came out on the court on that one. He really wanted that one, but back-to-back threes.
And a steal caused by Boyle. Pettigo has Boyle on the far side, or near side. She'll bounce. Boyle up, shot won't stick. Hay the rebound. She'll get the stick back, and a quick 8 points for the Lady Tigers, and this thing is now at 16.
Yeah, that's how quickly it can happen.
Coach Scott Bloom will take a quick timeout. Finally, a little momentum. Maddie Boyle had 26 on Thursday at Georgetown. It took her a while to get rolling here, but she's got a pair of 3 made Edward Jones threes in this one to go with 3 helpers, 2 steals in today's ball game as well. We'll step away as we get a full timeout taken by the Phoenix. Campbellsville leads 51-35. You're following the Lady Tigers. This is the Campbellsville University Sports Network. That is the Campbellsville University Lady Tigers starting group, or at least 4/5 of them. You've got Whitney Hay out there at the moment in the stead of Lauren Lee, but how about Maddie Boyle? Benji heating up for Campbellsville University, a pair of made Edward Jones threes over the last couple of trips, and that second one with the back-to-back pushing Campbellsville on out. Lady Tigers got a put-back bucket from Whitney Hay after the 2 threes.
Boyle and Luby leading scorers. Whitney Hay right there in double figures. So
Boyle staring another Mid-South Conference Player of the Week award right in the face here as Campbellsville trying to hold on, and we get another turnover. This one on Tarpley, who shuffled the feet down to the end line. We've still got 21.1 seconds remaining in this third quarter. We'll head to the fourth in just a moment.
What do you think about a Boyle three-pointer here?
I know what I'll say if she hits one.
Ba-ba.
Got a good... You've heard me, but you've listened to a few of these.
I've heard a few of them.
Pritchett out front to Wilkes. Working, they've got Boyle. 3 on the way, no good. Give her another chance. 4 seconds. Boyle into the corner. 3. That is no good for Pettigo. She had to throw that up, but off the mark, and that's where the buzzer will sound to send us to the fourth quarter. The Lady Tigers with a 16-point advantage. 10 minutes showing on the clock. 10 minutes left to settle this one here in the Powell Center. We'll step away and come right back. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Campbellsville University leads Cumberland University here in the Powell Athletic Center in Campbellsville, Kentucky. The Lady Tigers back in action on Thursday. Another top 25 matchup will come their way as Cumberland's visits the Powell. The Patriots losing to Campbellsville in the first meeting of the two teams back in the month of January. It was an 88-70 win for Campbellsville. They'll try to sweep the season series. Right side, Pettigo. Down in the corner. Pettigo has it deflected, but Pritchett picks it up. Pritchett has to keep it free. A lot of hands in there. Pritchett has it. Right side, Pettigo again. They want the entry. That's not there. Pritchett has Hay at the free throw line. She wants Wilkes. She has her. She'll go up. Caitlin Wilkes gets the hoop. Another helper for Whitney Hay.
Yeah, it's just a nice entry pass. Nice smooth pass. Good seal by Caitlin Wilkes there to get open.
Eubanks down there open. Campbellsville able to match up now. Eubanks at the elbow. Has it. Couple of dribbles. Tries to step through and runs over Hay. Nice job by Whitney Hay there to close the gap. And Eubanks picks up her fourth foul.
Well, Matt, with 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in that third quarter, it was a three-point game, and Campbellsville finished on a 19-6 run. They've already extended that to a 21-6 run here in that fourth quarter. So Campbellsville finally got that offensive efficiency going.
Lauren Lee enters for Bailey Pettigo. Whitney Hay stays on the court. So again, 4 members of that starting group. Lee has 4 fouls. Pritchett holds, works opposite the screen of Wilkes. Pritchett nearly lost the handle. Back out Lee. Here's Pritchett open for 3 off the wing. Bang! Courtney switch it!
Good inside out there for Campbellsville. Pritchett wide open there. First three-pointer, I believe, here this afternoon.
Boyle pressure Swafford. Now Lee flies at her. Left side Colston. Ball fake back to Swafford. Now Gordon on the right wing. Gordon still on the dribble. Cumberland trails by 21. Steps through. We get a whistle here. They're going to call Campbellsville on the floor. I believe they get Hay. I thought Pritchett may have been there. They get Whitney Hay. That's going to be 3 on Hay. First on Campbellsville as a club. Bertram back in. Boyle will exit. Freeman in there. I believe Freeman was checking back in for Cumberland U. Here's a jumper for Swafford, and that's too long. Rebound to Hay. She's bumped. Hay tries to tap it out to Bertram, but we get a whistle, and they will get Faith Colston. That's number 4 on Colston. She and Eubanks each have 1 foul in each quarter. Pritchett to trigger it. Heavy pressure in the backcourt from Cumberland U. Pritchett tries to get it ahead now as 2 defenders are there. They've got 3 seconds. Lee finds Bertram. Bert drives, leaves it with Wilkes. She'll go up with a shot, and a blocking foul called underneath, and somebody's fouled out here. Either Colston or Eubanks won. It's going to be Faith Colston. Colston did a pretty decent job when she was in there on Maddie Boyle today, giving chase to her. And the young freshman has fouled out Benji, and her day concludes. What do the individual numbers look like there for Miss Colston? Is she?
She is 1 point,
8 rebounds,
2 steals, 8 rebounds, 5 of them being on the offensive boards. That's impressive. 25 minutes of action. Now Wilkes at the line, where she's 1 of 2 here this evening or afternoon.
Wilkes hits the free throw here. Josie Harville checking in for Coach Bloom. 1 more coming for Wilkes as Campbellsville is extended to a 22-point advantage. Cumberland U through the 12 minutes almost of the second half has mustered just 15 points. Out top, Swafford. And here inside we're going to go, I thought we were going to get a jump ball, but they're going to call a foul on Campbellsville. This will be on Bertram. That's her 4th. So she and Lauren Lee have 4 fouls apiece. Whitney Hay has 3. 7:54 to play in the ball game. This thing was dicey for a bit. Campbellsville flexed a little muscle to end that third quarter and to begin this fourth quarter. Swafford driving in, back out to Gordon. Bertram right there with her as she's got help from Whitney Hay. Now Eubanks holds. Eubanks has it deflected, but it still gets to Harville. Down on the inline, looking for Freeman. Campbellsville comes out of there with it. Lee going to go left side of the lane. She'll stop, go up with a shot, and Lauren Lee has 900 points in her Lady Tiger career.
Good defense again. That's the 29th turnover that Campbellsville's forced Cumberland University to make.
In the corner, Freeman has Eubanks spinning, shot over Hay, no good. Hay may have gotten a hand on that. Pritchett rips the rebound. Has Bertram far side, steps back, does Burt. And now Pritchett with it. They've got Hay off the paint. Shovels it back. Pritchett three on the way. Bang! You can see it from here, Benji Kelly. Dead on line.
It's lined right up in our view here, and just a good basketball. And Campbellsville finally getting comfortable and in a rhythm on the offensive end.
The Lady Tigers with an 11-0 start, a turnover. Bertram to Lee. Again, Lauren Lee will go down and lay it in. Campbellsville almost now. This is kind of crazy because Cumberland U.
It was 32-29
for what, maybe 25 minutes. This thing was kind of punch counter punch, and then the Lady Tigers have went on a monster run here. So it was 32-29.
32-29.
So they scored 32 points since. So it's a 32-5 run. 32-6
run, yeah.
6:38 to play the basketball game. The Lady Tigers now with a 29-point advantage will step away. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. .35. Campbellsville University leading Cumberland University. Matt Payton and Benji Kelly here with you in the Powell Center. Lauren Lee with a couple of layups here. And that has extended CU's advantage.
Shot the ball real well.
Lady Tigers send Sarah Sutton into the lineup, 5'10" senior forward from Scottsville, Kentucky. Harville bounces to Freeman. She'll take the jumper just inside. She almost banked in another one.
I know.
She did that the first half over here. Maybe that's a part of it. Bertram, right side to Lee. Lee on the dribble, defended by Gordon. Inside wanted Wilkes, and Wilkes couldn't handle the pass cleanly. Turnover on CU. Cumberland U back the other way. Harville inside has Freeman, turnaround shot, kisses it off the window for two. 64-37 the score. That is the first points of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So that 10-minute period, they're going to say Lauren hadn't established in the front court or gotten far enough turnover on Campbellsville, but that 10-minute stretch from mid-third to mid-fourth in there, 8 to 10 minutes, is going to really tell the tale of this ball game. Campbellsville still with the...
Well, they went 6.5 minutes without a point there to finish the third quarter and start the fourth.
Wilkes going to foul Eubanks on the shot attempt, so Maite Eubanks will go to the free throw line here. There's the pass from Bertram right at midcourt.
Yep.
So she just needed a foot to be down, right? It's kind of like the lateral play in the NFL. It's forward or backwards. First free throw good for Eubanks. One more coming for the transfer from Tusculum. Second free throw good. 64-39. Campbellsville goes long to Bertram. Now they've got Sutton. She'll slow down and wait. Hands it to Bertram. Bertram working against Harville. Shovels it across the lane. She's got Caitlin Wilkes, who's got 2 points. Burt found her.
Yeah, it's just good Easy basketball there. Bertram, nice little pass to Caitlin Wilkes. That's her 8th point here this afternoon.
Harville can't shoot it. Bertram knocked it free, but Harville stays with it. And across, Wilkes flies in, tries to knock that away from Swafford. That's going to be 2 on Kit Kat, 4 on Campbellsville as a team. So bonus scenario the rest of the way for Cumberland University as they'll send Breon Oldham into the lineup, 5'4" senior guard from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Kayla Gordon will check out. Gordon worked Campbellsville in the first meeting, 29 points, just 4 today, 7 turnovers. Fouls early may have hindered her ability to get going. Eubanks steps through, missed the shot too strong. Sutton the rebound for CU. Here comes Lauren Lee. Lee to Bertram, inside. Eubanks broke up the pass attempt looking for Wilkes. Harville knocks it out of bounds. Luby going to check in, and we're going to have a stoppage first, though, as we've reached the final media timeout. 66-39 the score. Campbellsville University leads Cumberland here in Tigertown. We'll step away, take a break. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 66-39, Campbellsville University leads Cumberland U here in the Powell Center. Campbellsville and the Phoenix were in an 8-point ball game at halftime. The Phoenix had it down to 3 points midway through the third quarter. The Lady Tigers went on a monster run to gain control of this basketball game. AC Whitehead checking in for the Phoenix, 5'8" freshman guard from Collinwood, Tennessee. As we return to play here, Lee will trigger it for CU. Lee, the only starter on the court for Campbellsville at the moment. We pitch it in here to Bertram. Looking over the top, wanted Lee, wasn't there. Now Flowers holds at the elbow, dumps it down inside to Luby, but it was stolen away. Here comes Oldham with the basketball for Cumberland. Into the corner, Harville, she'll try a three, high arching three, no good. Lee the rebound. Lee tries to work around Oldham, and she stepped out of bounds, did Lauren Lee. 1 foot on the sideline, so a turnover on Campbellsville.
Yeah, it's good defensive pressure there by Oldham to force Lauren toward the sideline. She thought she was going to get through there, but stepped on that out-of-bounds line.
Here on the end line is Freeman. That shot no good. Rebound to Flowers. Here comes Lauren Lee. Lee looking down low for Flowers. They've got her. 2 defenders there. She'll go into the middle of the lane to Kayla Luby. Blocking foul called. Luby will go to the line for an and one opportunity as Tyra Flowers set that up with a soft touch send.
What a nice interior pass from Tyra to Kayla Luby. We're 15th point here this afternoon. 6 of 7 from the field. She's 3 of 5 from the free throw line. A chance to get well, she already is above her average.
Kayla missed that, turned around and said, what the heck?
That's twice
she just said, what am I doing?
Well, just keep doing what you're doing, Kayla. You're playing some really great basketball right now.
It's a lot more good than bad.
Absolutely.
68-39, Campbellsville leads. Oldham works around Lee, now has to back away. Comes out top. Maddie Nally checked in for Bertram a moment ago. This pass inside looking for Freeman. Campbellsville got a hand on it. Sutton picks it up. 3:40 to go. Lauren Lee will call out the offense. Bluffs the handoff, puts her head down and drives. Shot no good. Flowers there. It's a game of 21. Lauren Lee be 0.
That's just a good way to be right there for the offensive putback with Tyra Flowers.
70-39. Oldham backs away from Sutton. Out front, Harville hits into the middle. That's Freeman. Oh, gosh. Oh, my. Well, if you're Coach Scott Bloom and there's ever a time you're going to lose it, it'd be right there. I thought Sutton.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Sutton got a big chunk of Whitehead right there.
He said the ref said it was a flop. I tend to disagree with that. There was a lot of contact from Sutton.
Brigowdy in for Campbellsville, 5'5" sophomore guard from Campbellsville. Sutton, he entered an alley back. Sutton going to try the three. That is short. Rebound nearly bit Brigowdy in the chin, hit her in the chest and bounced away. Cumberland looking for points as Harville drives, no good. Flowers there to defend for Campbellsville. Flowers
coast to coast.
Yeah.
Oh,
and leaves it off with Luby, spins away, shot no good, and Nally on the rebound gets a piece of Freeman. This is 3 on Nally and 5 on Campbellsville. Freeman going to go to the free throw line here. Benji, you got some scores
I
on
do,
the other
yeah.
side of the league?
Yeah, we're almost in the we're in the second quarter. Both games in the Central Time Zone. Georgetown's at Lindsay. They're up 6, 32-26, and then Freed Hardman against Bethel at Bethel, Tennessee. It's a 5-point Freed Hardman lead, 28-23. Once again, both those late in the second quarter.
Freeman at the line hits the first free throw. One more for Lindsey Freeman. Freed Hardman needs a win to keep that
pace.
The 2 loss.
Yep.
You don't want to. If you're Freed, you don't want to see Campbellsville get any further ahead than 3. That may be, or 2 may be tough to come back from. Time will tell.
Those first 2 on the road losses for Freed Hardman. They came up here and
Flowers stepped on an ankle, stepped on the foot, perhaps of Freeman, leads to a turnover. Not much emotion from Tyra. As Paige Serafini will check in here for Kayla Luby, 5'11" sophomore guard from Lawrence. Was that an apology?
She's like, I don't know what I'm doing from the free throw line.
It's not nothing. You come off the bench, you got 15 points on 6 of 8 shooting. You come off and you have to apologize for the free throws. She was smiling, Ginger with a big laugh. Fortunately, this game got up to the margin it did, so you could laugh about a few of those things. Lindsey Wright checking in, 5'8" freshman guard from Monterey, Tennessee. Again, Serafini, I mentioned, she's from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, Anderson County High School. Driving in, Oldham's shot no good. And this ball will be batted out of bounds. For Campbellsville, Benji, they've got this ring ceremony coming up at halftime of the men's game. Uniquely, everyone that was on that team is here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so they had everything returning. They didn't lose anything from senior day last year was non-existent, right? They didn't have one at all. Am I missing somebody? I don't think anybody went through. They didn't even have a senior day. Here's a 3 from deep for Brillhart that is good.
Yeah, there was no senior day, and like you said, everyone's here. So
now senior day this year will hit heavy.
Oh, yes, it will. And you've got some that have, especially Courtney Pritchett, been here for, I guess, 6 years, 6 seasons. So she's got tenure.
See, Sutton's pass picked off by Oldham, who stops, lets Serafini fly by, and throws one in for 2. 70-46 the score. Less than 90 seconds to play. Just a matter of settling on the final numbers here. Campbellsville going to pick up the win. They're 20th of the year. They have won 20 games under Ginger High Colvin in every season of her tenure, with the exception of her first. And it was 19 wins. There were multiple overtime games that year that they would end up losing. So 16 straight years.
It's impressive.
20 wins.
Very impressive. And you talk about that senior day that's coming up here in a couple weeks.
And
but she's locked and loaded again. A great recruiting class that's coming in for next year.
And you're going to add 2 that are already here. And
that's right.
Step and Katie Chandler will join Hallie Allen and Dia Bradley, Jada Hughes, Talon Shearer, and Bella Stiles. Here's a 3 from Brillhart that climbs up over the top of the backboard. Actually, I think it landed on the top of the backboard and hit the shot clock. So off the mark. Campbellsville holds it here, less than a minute. Sutton, bad pass. So the Lady Tigers have turned it over a few times here. Rachel Presley on the deck, who checked in at that timeout a moment ago. Presley, 6'2", redshirt freshman forward from Somerset, Kentucky. Presley going to be one that will have a much larger role next season.
Yes.
Terrific career at South Laurel. She'll be trying to fill the shoes of Caitlin Wilkes and Kayla Luby to some degree. Into the corner here, 3 on the way. That is no good as Whitehead missed it. Rebound is loose. Serafini tried to keep it alive. Harville going to try a 3. That is good for Josie Harville. And it is a 70-49 ball game. The Lady Tigers lead by 21 and about a 3 or 4 second differential maybe, so Campbellsville will have to try to get a look at the rim. Serafini bounces to Presley. Nally pressured. Nally going to find Sutton. Here Presley goes to the ground. Gowdy going to try a 3. No, long 2 for Bree Gowdy. On the verge of hitting the 4-letter B word, and I saw the official hold the 2 fingers down. Bree had a winkle picker on the line. Rebound off the missed shot. The scoreboard, they gave Bree a 3 on the scoreboard. I think it's a 2. I think our final score is going to be 72-49. 72-49 will be the final score here. The Lady Tigers pick up the victory. They are now 20-1 on the season, 7-0 in Mid-South Conference play. For Cumberland University, they fall to 8-12 on the year, and they are now 1-6 inside of Mid-South Conference action as Campbellsville gets back to the Powell Center here on Thursday. Cumberland's will come to campus, and then they'll go to Lindsey Wilson before that'll start a 3-game road trip. Lindsey Wilson, Bethel, and Freed Hardeman following the game against Cumberland's here next week. So your chances to see the Lady Tigers here at home are running low as they've got now 4 home games left. Cumberland's, actually I take that back, 3 home games left. Cumberland's, Georgetown, and then College of the Ozarks in the non-conference season finale on the 24th of February. Let's take a look quickly at some of the numbers as we wait for the head coach to make her way in. Campbellsville finishes 43% from the field, 24 of 55. They were 7 of 15 from long range, 46%, and 18 of 24 at the free throw line. That's 75%. For Cumberland University, 18 of 49 shooting today. They were 36.7% overall, 4 of 14 from deep, 28.6%, and 90% at the free throw line. They were 9 of 10 as we welcome in the head coach here, victorious. I think 72-49 should be the final. They gave Bree Gowdy a 2 on that from what Benji and I saw. Either way, Coach, through 25 minutes, this was rather nip and tuck, kind of sloppy, hard to get a rhythm, but you guys found some stuff offensively, middle of the third quarter, big run that continued midway into the fourth quarter, and that was really the separating and the deciding factor here.
We didn't play bad defense. You know, it was when we had the last group we put in, I think they'd scored 40 or 41 points. We gave up some silly stuff late, and I think they ended up with 49 maybe, but I was really pleased with their defense because I think they've got some good offensive weapons on their team, and they do a really good job. Can shoot it, can score inside. So I was really pleased with that. Just offensively, we could not find the bottom of the rim today. And I think you and I talked about it a little bit at halftime. You know, it was a pretty draining game on Thursday, a tough game. That was a top 15 team at their place. The gym was kind of hot.
Kinda?
You know, and our kids played big minutes. So, and then Maddie Bull, you know, obviously we've talked about that. Their family she lost her grandfather and was gone all day yesterday to the funeral. So I feel like she's emotionally and mentally drained too, but boy, she stood up and hit some big shots for us, didn't she?
Well, she was a big part of that run that we talked about there, that you guys were able to kind of gap Cumberland University. It happened quick. It happened in a blink, and like you mentioned, maybe that game where it was hot in there, it's emotional, it's a rivalry game, it's a top 12 matchup, so you never know how that plays. It is a quick turnaround. Some leagues play Wednesday, Saturday.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how beneficial that extra day is to prepare. This Thursday, Saturday stuff's no joke.
It really is, and in this league, it's really no joke because you have to put everything you have into your Thursday game, and you know you've got Georgetown College on Thursday, so you have to go and give every ounce of energy you have to them. Obviously, we're scouting this team, but you can't talk about it. You can't do anything until you get home, and then we travel home. And yesterday, it's the first time we've ever, we didn't even go live during scout. We just walked through our scout because we didn't want to go any legs. And I think one thing that is an advantage to us is our depth and our bench, and they gave us some really good sparks tonight.
Well, let's talk about that. Kayla Luby had 15, Coach, and Benji and I were laughing. Kayla was terrific today, 6 of 8 shooting,
You're not going to mention it, are you?
Well, I got to, because she came off and apologized. And that's Kayla, we got to take the good with the bad. The good outweighs the bad.
Yeah, that's Kayla, though. She went out and busted her tail today, played great basketball, did everything we want her to do and asked her to do, but she's going to apologize for two missed free throws. And if you come over to the gym any time during the day, night, Kayla Luby's over here shooting, so no big deal. She'll get him the next time, but I just love her. I love what she brings to the table, and she's just a jewel. We just love her.
It was funny. She turned around after missing. She said, "What the heck?" And she come over here. I looked back, and when she was coming up to defend, she said, "What am I doing?" So she was questioning it the whole time, and then when she came off, obviously it was still fresh in her mind, and she had to apologize about it.
I don't think you realize, sometimes how fatigued you are, and I feel confident that probably had a lot to do with just some fatigue and no legs.
Maddie Boyle puts up 13 today, Coach. She's going to finish with about 20 points on average this weekend, and a couple of big victories. Those threes that she hit were big, but also I felt like you got some big minutes today from Whitney Hay. 10 points, 8 of 8 at the free throw line, and she's still trying to figure all this thing out. And we often talk about it's hard for kids to come in here and get this. You don't see a lot of freshmen play.
No.
Like even Courtney Pritchett, there was a red shirt in there.
Yeah.
It is hard, this system and what you're after. So Whitney she's trying to put it together on the fly too.
She and Tyra, both of those kids were asking to do big things for us, and today I felt like that was Whitney Hayes' best all-around game. I thought she took care of the ball. She made some really nice passes. She rebounded, defended well, and I'm very, very pleased with her. She just seemed more settled today. Elizabeth Bertram struggled a little bit lately too, and I feel like she was more settled and did some really good things for us today.
Bailey Pettigo rolled that ankle, and I'm sure there was a lot of the air was sucked out of the Powell Center for a moment.
Sucked out of the coach for a moment.
She finishes with 4 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals here today. The 5 steals ties a career best for Bailey. But she is, and I've said this especially over the last few weeks, she is very similar to Courtney Pritchett in the way of whatever it needs to be on a given night, she can contribute and do that thing, whatever that thing might need to be. And here today it was across multiple categories. And again, she's just a rudder in the water.
I can't believe 5 steals is her career high. I feel like she may have tied that several times, but she's always in there getting after it and doing a great job. But yeah, when she went down and she wouldn't get up, I knew she was in some pain. And she has tweaked that ankle. That's the ankle that kept her out several games. And then she tweaked it our last game here, our last home game, and then obviously tweaked it a little bit again. Derek Port will get her going. He says it feels really strong, just a tweak. So Bailey's going to spend some time with Derek, and we'll get her ready to go by next Thursday.
You turned them over 32 times tonight, Coach. They had turned the ball over 17 times in the first half. They had 16 in the first meeting. Anything different? It was obviously, you mentioned defensively, you really held them down, but the turnovers, they didn't really have much of an answer.
I just felt like we did a better job. We did want to do a couple things differently than we did last time, and I thought the kids followed the scout really well and got where we needed to be, better positions, and didn't let certain kids get past, or we didn't overcommit to certain kids, and overall they did a decent job on our scout.
You get a few days off. You get Cumberland's here next week. It'll be a big one. You got Cumberland's and Lindsey Wilson on the road. Before we get to that, though, you've got this ring ceremony today, so nice to get your win, Mid-South Conference Championship in the regular season a year ago, and oddly enough, all those kids are back. That's got to be the most unique, one of the more unique scenarios for a ring ceremony.
It really is, and as a matter of fact, I'm not going to be at the ring ceremony. As soon as I get off here with you, I'm going to watch my son play. He plays, I think he's got a 3:30 tip, so 3 o'clock maybe. I get to go watch him, but if it were kids that had maybe come back for the ceremony, I would obviously stay for that. But since they're all here and I know all those kids, and I'm waiting for a bigger one hopefully. So I'll just make this one. Hootie can handle it, don't you think?
You want to go there? I'm gonna leave that one alone. That's how things get started.
She can handle that one.
We'll have it all on video. Whatever happens, we'll have it all on video. She won't be able to protest whatever it is.
Yeah, Coach. But I'm proud of that bunch. When you win a conference, in this conference, you've done something, and our kids battled, and it's just a really, really good conference, and we've got our goal set to just try to get this one again. But man, we've got some obstacles in our way, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on this one, Coach. We'll be right back here Thursday evening to try again. The Lady Tigers get the victory over Cumberland University here today. The final score 73-49 over the Phoenix. Let's take a quick look at the numbers here of this one as we will try to step away, get back for some men's coverage here on the women's side. The Lady Tigers were led in scoring today by Kayla Luby, 15 points for Luby, 6 of 8 shooting. Campbellsville got 13 from Maddie Boyle, 3 made Edward Jones threes for Boyle, 3 assists and 2 steals for her. 10 points from Whitney Hay, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 takeaways for Hay. She was 8 of 8 at the free throw line. Campbellsville gets 8 points from Caitlin Wilkes, the reigning Conference Player of the Year, finishes 3 of 8 from the field en route to 8 points. 7 off the bench from Tyra Flowers, 5 rebounds for Flowers to go with an assist and a steal and a block in the ball game. 6 points for Lauren Lee, 2 rebounds, an assist and a steal for her. 6 points for Courtney Pritchett. She made a couple of Edward Jones threes to go with 3 rebounds and 3 takeaways. The Lady Tigers got 4 points from Bailey Pedigo, 3 boards, 5 assists, 5 steals. 3 points from Bree Gowdy, 1 point for Elizabeth Bertram. Sarah Sutton, Rachel Presley, Paige Serafini, and Maddie Nally all saw time and failed to score for Campbellsville. Lindsay Freeman led the Phoenix with 21 points. She had 9 rebounds, 5 points and 8 boards for, 5 points, 2 boards for Jana Clara Swafford. It was Faith Colston that pulled in 8 rebounds. She had just 1 point. A host of Cumberland Phoenix players in that 3, 4, 5 point range. Rebounding overall, Cumberland with a 5 rebound advantage, 36-31, just a 1 rebound discrepancy, a disparity there on the offensive end, 15-14. Then you've got the assist for Campbellsville, 18 assists, 19 steals, 18 turnovers, 10 assists, 9 steals, 32 turnovers. Big storyline in the ballgame, the turnovers on Cumberland University. Points in the paint, 30-10 in favor of CU. Off turnovers, 30-19 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Second chance, 13 apiece. And bench points, 36-12 in favor of Campbellsville University. The score was tied 3 times. The lead would change hands twice. The largest advantage for Campbellsville was 31 points. The largest for Cumberland was 3. The final game margin here, 24 points, 73-49. The Lady Tigers with the victory. We'll step away here, take a timeout. We'll come back and get you ready with men's coverage as the Tigers battle the Phoenix here on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.